How's it going, guys? And welcome back to another episode today. Alrighty, so yeah, we've been a little bit busy this morning, just topping up the pig's trough full of water again. So yeah, that is absolutely amazing that we got to sort that out with our little quad bike. It actually saves a lot of time trying to get the pickup truck maneuvered around the yard, and this way things are just a little bit easier to handle. So yeah, let's quickly get this thing parked back into place again and see if we can back it up over here. And yeah, I've got a little bit of news, guys. So our semi-truck that we had fixed up in the last episode, when we dropped it off on Friday, they actually managed to get the thing fixed up over the weekend, and I also decided to let them go ahead and just do the paint job as well. Alrighty, so there we are disconnected, and I must say this little quad bike is actually quite powerful for its size. Manages to pull that trailer with a full tank of water, which actually works out quite well for us. So yeah, guys, what I think we're going to do today, we're just going to take a quick cruise. Okay, so I see the chicken. Yeah, there's a little bit of eggs over there by the chickens, and then our little piglets are doing pretty well now, so yeah, I think their feed is still good. So yeah, guys, we are going to hit the road, but before we do, we're going to take a little cruise over to our sorghum field and just have a look at it. Alrighty, and we don't want to disturb Nick today. He's quite busy with the sawmill, so I told him to try stockpile the wood up a bit before we actually get it sold. So yeah, that is going to be hopefully a couple more pallets in the next episode we can go and drop off. But yeah, my goodness, look at this sorghum field, guys. So yeah, sorghum is actually a very quick growing crop, and yeah, that is why I decided to try and get the combine harvester as soon as possible so that we can get it, yeah, maybe fixed up if there's anything wrong with the combine. And also, yeah, it's just gonna be better to have it than to, yeah, I'd rather have it than not need it than need it and not have it, if you know what I mean. So yeah. So what I'm going to do today is going to be very interesting, guys. We are going to take a drive with the quad bike into town. So I think this thing will be fast enough so that we don't hold up traffic behind us. So alrighty, guys, so there we are. So I'm just going to leave the little quad bike over here. We're going to quickly pop into the office. I see our truck is parked under the wash bay. We're just going to sort out the payment and everything and make sure that everything is perfect, and then we can finally hit the road again. Alright, guys, so there we go. We've got the keys back to our Renault Semi. So yeah, I must say this thing is actually transformed quite a bit since the last time we see it. It's got a fresh paint job, and I see they even painted the bumper guards and everything like that a bit. So yeah, that actually looks pretty good. And yeah, who would have guessed that under all that dirt was actually a very decent looking cab. Not really a lot of dents or anything that they had to sort out, so it was just a matter of cleaning it up and yeah, getting this thing freshly painted. In terms of engine problems, apparently it was just a simple problem with one of the diesel injectors, and they managed to sort it out. So yeah, guys, I'm pretty happy that we've got this semi up and running, and it wasn't too expensive. And yeah, for that reason is why we decided to go ahead with the paint job as well. So now, yeah, I haven't really been in the inside, but okay. Yeah, I could definitely do with a bit of updates. I'll see, it actually came with two hard hats if we are going to need those ever. So yeah, let's try and fire this thing up. Yeah, that actually sounds pretty good. So yeah, my plans are we are going to go and pick up a trailer from the dealership. So I rented ourselves a lowboy that is hopefully going to be able to haul our combine harvester back to the house, because we are going to be having a look at that thing over at the workshop first before we attempt to get it yeah, over to our sawmill. And I don't even know where I'm going to park the thing yet, so we're gonna see how we can do that. And we're also gonna come past here and just pick up our little quad bike. Hopefully there will be space on the trailer for the combine, the header, and also for the quad bike. So we're gonna see if that's gonna be possible. But yes, I think we'll just park up here somewhere. Alrighty, let's just put it over here in front of the roller door. I don't think it'll be a problem. Alright, let's quickly hop into the office and just see if just want to have a glance there. Okay, so yeah, they do have the trailer ready for us, so that looks like the one, guys. So let's just sort out the paperwork. Alrighty, guys, so we are ready to come and hook up to this lowboy trailer. So yeah, it's a fairly decent sized trailer. It's not really the biggest, but I think it'll be good enough for our combine. Another reason why I chose this one is it's got this little ramp part over here, which will allow us to pull the combine a little bit further forward, and hopefully get the combine header also onto the trailer. So yeah, that is my hopes for this. So we'll see how it turns out. I've got no idea how it's going to work. If it's something that's not going to work, we're going to have to go and pick it up with a tractor or something, the header, and just maybe leave it over there at the gentleman's house again. Alrighty, so let's get our old Renault truck fired up here. Man, it would have been great if we had some windows at the back so we could actually see if we are reversing where we're going, but our mirrors are actually not too shabby on this truck. Might actually help out quite a lot just by using the mirrors. So yeah, let's see if we can do this. Alrighty, well, let's just go a bit more forward and line it up straight, and then I think we'll just back it up like this. Alright, how far are we on that side? Okay, so yeah, I think we should be able to get this done like this. Alright, guys, so that is all connected up, and this is going to be the first time we use our semi-truck for towing a trailer, so I think it'll probably do well. So I guess there is nothing really to it but to do it. So let's make our first stop over at the mechanic shop and just see if we can get that quad bike lifted onto the trailer, because I don't think we're going to be able to really drive it up onto the trailer. We're going to have to try and probably just lift it up onto the flatbed. Alright, let's see if we can make it over there. Yeah, so far so good. No problems to report. Truck seems to be pulling this trailer, no problem. It's actually empty, so you can't really tell. Alright, let's see. It's safe to go. Okay, so we're just gonna park up here. I mean to turn on the hazard lights. You can just pull in front of the little quad bike. Alright, and yeah, I think it's fine. We are kind of out of the road, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay. I don't know where to put this thing. Maybe right at the front. Alrighty, guys, just a few slight adjustments, and I think that is on. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, and we'll just put a strap on it so it doesn't go anywhere. And yeah, we are ready to hit the road. So let's get this old Renault fired up again. I see there is a truck coming. Is he gonna pass us? Damn, bro, that's cutting it super close. Why didn't you just pass me, buddy? Okay, well, whatever. Alright, so let's head over to the gentleman's farm who's been hanging on to our combine for us this whole weekend. we can finally get this thing back to our house and just sort it out. So I'm gonna bring you guys back up to speed once we get close to his house. Alrighty guys, so we are back over here, and I think if we just park up beyond the grass it should be fine. And let's just hit the button for our ramp to go down. I hope it works. Oh, looks like it does. Okay, so there we go. Looks like that is working quite well. Alright, so let's quickly just go and grab the keys from the gentleman, and then we'll get the combine fired up and try and see if we can pull it up onto the trailer. Alrighty guys, so here we are. This is our combine. It's yeah, I don't know if it's really just me or is this thing just shrinking, because I could have sworn it was a bit bigger. But yes, this is our combine, New Holland TX32. I could have sworn this header was bigger, but okay. Yeah, well, must just be me, but okay. Let's jump into this thing's cab and see if we can get it fired up. Alright, well, she fires up no problem. And yeah, we did give it a little bit of a test when we came to view it. But yeah, I don't think there's any problems. This thing seems to be doing exactly what it should. Alright, so we are gonna have to kind of drive this thing into the road and just make a little U-turn and come back this way. Let's just wait for traffic to go and come and go. So there we go. Alright, let's get into the road. Yeah, it looks like this thing has got hazard lights, which we can just turn on. Alright, we're gonna have to try and make a decent U-turn here. Can't really see if there's vehicles coming, but okay, we're not gonna drive into the guy's crop over here, so hopefully that'll be fine. Alright, so we're gonna have to try and squeeze this thing as far as possible to the front. Okay, yeah, this thing might be a little too wide for this trailer. Let's just try and center it up more or less a bit better. Yeah, this is really tricky, guys, so let's just try this again. Alright. Alright, try and make the middle point our steering column. I think that kind of works out. Okay, there we go. Right, and let's go up this ramp. Yeah, I must just be careful trying to get out of this thing. It's a little bit high, but I think we are right up against the quad bike. Can barely see it down there, but I think that's fine. Okay, so I think that is kind of on. It looks, yeah, a little bit dodgy on this side because we are barely on the trailer. So yeah, what I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to get this thing. Yeah, it's not really going to help if we move it over this way because it's also standing on kind of half the tire. So yeah, I think this is a bit risky, but we're going to see if we can make it, guys. So let me just get this thing strapped down and we're going to see if we can make our way over to the house. So yeah, it's a bit of a drive, so might have to take it nice and easy then. Alright guys, so I did the best I could. Ended up moving it a little bit more forward just for the ramps to actually get tucked back up. And we've got this thing strapped down. So yeah, I'm just hoping it's going to be alright. I'm going to have to take it nice and easy back to the house, guys. So I think there's nothing to it but to do it, as they always say. So yeah, I'll catch up once again to you guys once we get close to the house. Alright guys, so there we go. That was a little bit nerve-wracking trying to back this thing off the trailer. So yeah, I was kind of hopping in and out of the cab the whole time. It was kind of hard to film it for you guys, so I decided not to do that. But yes, here we go. We've got this thing offloaded and I'm going to have to put it here by the workshop. We'll just see if we can pull it over here. Okay, I think that'll do. Alright, I'm just going to turn it off. I'm going to leave it right here because I'm going to do a little bit of checks around this thing. Maybe have to get it cleaned up a bit as well. I don't know if our pressure washer will reach all the way there. I might have to take it over to the sawmill because I think that pressure washer's hose is a bit longer. But yeah, I'll see how I can sort this out, guys. So yeah, so she's home, guys. We've got our very own combine and I'm quite proud of this thing. And my goodness, these chickens are so loud. They're very noisy. So yeah, I think let's get our little quad bike removed as well. Might have to just come on, shift it over this way. Alright. And let's get it fired up and let's see if we can drive it off. Yeah, this is gonna be probably one of those. Yeah, we'll just come down here in the center. Yeah, that's what it's about, guys. Quad bike can do all sorts of crazy stuff. Alright, so I'm kind of thinking if we maybe pulled the little skid steer in next to the quad bike here. We should have space for our combine header in the space where the little skid steer is sitting currently. And then we might even be able to fit the combine in this barn over here, which we've got an open bay now. So I think that'll probably work. Sounds like a good idea. But yeah, what I'm going to do now is we probably have to go and drop this trailer off. Although I could also do that a bit later because we did pay a full day's rental for this thing. So I think let's just get the ramps lifted up again. Okay, and I think that's good enough. And yeah, guys, I don't know if you guys noticed when we drove past Mr. Walker's farm, the sunflower field is actually ready to harvest. So yeah, there's actually a whole lot of stuff going on today. So we are going to try and see if we can get over there and start working that sunflower field for him. Cause yeah, our leave is actually over, and yeah, it's actually time for us to start working full-time again on Mr. Walker's farm. But yeah, I've been thinking, guys, I've been thinking a whole lot. So I don't know if you guys recall that I mentioned we are going to have a look and see if we can find the owner of this field. We could actually take a drive over here, because it's, yeah, there's absolutely nothing going on here. So this is it's a very sizable field, guys, and I actually managed to track down the owner of this field. It's just gonna be a lot of money for us to shell out to get this field, but I'm working on it. It's definitely not gonna happen overnight, but we'll see. I do believe that miracles can happen as well. So guys, we need to make our way over to Mr. Walker's farm, and we're going to see if we can once and for all get that sunflower field sorted. The reason why I'm saying once and for all is I'm actually considering resigning from Mr. Walker's farm, because we are definitely doing quite well on our own at the moment, even with just the sawmill up and running. And there is a possibility that I might be buying the cooperage as well. So Uncle Reggie and I are sort of going into a business partnership with that one, because yeah, he's actually quite interested as well, and he said that Bill can actually go and run the place for us. So yeah, that actually might work out quite well if Bill is also interested in joining us, because Bill is actually a very handy man when it comes to woodwork, and he said he can get somebody else who can just do the planks instead of Bill. So it might actually work out quite well if Bill can actually go and run the cooperage for us. So Uncle Reggie and I are going sort of into a partnership with that business, and I'm quite confident things will work out very well. So it just means that, yeah, it's a little bit of less money that we have to shell out of our pockets in order to secure the place. So yeah, guys, I think we are over here at Mr. Walker's now, and yeah, there's a couple of things I need to get ready. First of all, we need to get the corn header mounted, and I don't think we actually used the corn header before in this series since we are over here in Frankenmuth. So yeah, it's going to be a first time for us actually. But I think the process is just the same as it would be with a normal header. It's just this header we can't really tow it with the trailer, with the tractor, because it's got no trailer. Let's open this thing quickly. Now where did we put the... I think it's actually in the other barn. Yeah, we're just going to take a bit of a walk, guys, because I think the little Kubota is... it's a bit of a waste using it just to drive up and down the yard, so we can get a little bit of exercise here. We are going to go and have a look at the sugarcane field, and my goodness, it looks like the sugar mill is also standing, guys. We haven't been here for a hot minute. So yeah, that actually looks like the building is up, guys. But okay, so yes, there is our corn header right over here. Corn header slash sunflower header, so this thing can actually harvest both. So yeah, I might have to just try and figure out how that thing works. But okay. So yeah, I think let's go and grab the combine, because we don't have to worry with the other header, because we don't need it. We're just going to be, yeah, getting a worker to start harvesting the sunflower. And I've got no idea what kind of yield we're going to get off this field. So I think let's just dive into it and see what happens. Yeah, we've got our grain trail over there, our auger wagon we're also going to be using. And yeah, remember Mr. Walker moved the slurry tanker over here. So yeah, I'm quite confident Mr. Walker will be able to find another farm manager who can just take over all the duties that we are currently doing here. It's really not that hectic, guys. I'm sure somebody can be trained within a couple of days to come and do this. Okay, so let's get over to the barn where the corn header is. Corn header slash sunflower header. And this combine actually definitely needs a bit of a touch up paint as well. It looks terrible with the paint chipping, seeing as it's actually a very beautiful combine. Alright, let's get in here. Alright, and then we're going to try and see if we can get this thing hooked up and everything sorted out. Alrighty guys, so I've got this thing all hooked up and it looks like everything is kind of the way that it should be. I think we're going to start on this corner and let's get this thing unfolded, because this is it's quite a big header actually. It's not as big as our other grain header, but I think it's still a decent size. So yeah, that doesn't look too shabby. And yeah, we also probably need to hit the button for the combine to unfold. There it goes. We've got some moving parts back there. Okay, so let me go and grab one of the workers and we can get this thing sorted out. Alrighty guys, so there we go. That is our worker busy chopping down the sunflowers on this field. And yeah, my goodness guys, it's been a hot minute since we were able to actually harvest something over here. So yeah, let's head back to the workshop, because I'm going to jump into the little Kubota. We're going to take a drive over to the sugar factory and go and have a look at that. And also we are going to have a look at our sugarcane and just see how that is doing. We might have to at least stick around at Mr. Walker's farm just to help out with the sugar harvesting and see how that is going to work out. And I think it'll also be some good experience for us in order to just see what it's all about. Alright, so here's the little Kubota. And my goodness, we haven't used that truck in a quite a while. I just hope the battery is still fine. Alright, so let's get this little thing fired up. Not a problem for our little Kubota. Alright, let's make our way over to the sugar cane field, and I also want to have a look at that sugar factory, guys, because yeah, it looks like they put that thing up in quite a bit of a hurry. Alright, so we're just going to take the road. I don't want to drive past the field because I think there's not going to be enough space to squeeze past there. Maybe we'll see. No, there's actually a little service road there. Yeah, I kind of forgot about it. Just goes to show, guys, I haven't been here in a hot minute. I've actually forgot the layout of Mr. Walker's farm. So yeah, we've got a sugar mill put up here, guys, and it actually looks pretty darn good. Looks like they may have done a couple of budget cuts on this building, because it looks like there's some old second-hand rusty corrugated sheets used on the sides of the building. And yeah, I don't know, I'm not really impressed with the way this building looks, guys. It's as if they used some old materials to get it built. I guess they used what was available at that stage. So my goodness, they still need to maybe sort out a couple of things around here. But yes, at least the factory is up. They did assure us that everything inside was going to be brand new. All of the machinery that we need to get the sugar sorted out. But yes, let's quickly have a look at the sugar cane field over here. Alright, and yeah, that is actually much taller than the last time we saw it. Holy macaroni. Yeah, this stuff is... I think this is going to be ready very soon for us to harvest it. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I think it still needs to grow a little bit taller than that. But yeah, okay, so here's the combine. We should probably get back to the farmyard and just get ourselves a tractor with the auger wagon connected so that we can start trailing beside him. I think that'll be good if we can just try and knock that out of the park. Alright, so let's make our way back to the farmyard and get this all ready to start unloading the combine. Alright guys, so I'm just having a look at the oats field here. Let's just stop for a second. So the oats field is also looking very good. This might not be too long, but I think this will be a very good field. that we can maybe come and train one of the new farm managers if Mr. Walker do decide to replace us. So yeah, I'm going to mention that to him with my resignation, that I'll say, okay, well, there is an oats field almost ready to harvest, so if he needs me to train somebody to take over my position, this will be the field where we can do it. And then the canola field is just, yeah, it's pretty much the same, with the exception of getting wheat off that field, because we'll only get wheat off the oats field. Well, straw, so that they can bale up the straw from the wheat. Not really wheat, but yeah, oats. Look at me getting my crops all mixed up. So yeah, if we harvest the oats, there's going to be straw that we can get picked up. So yeah, that might actually be something that we can also train the guy on, maybe in our free time over weekends. So yeah, let's get back to the farmyard. We're going to get one of the tractors fired up, and I think we're going to try the John Deere 7R, because that is the tractor that was recently repaired when it had some problems. Okay, we'll just park the little Kubota right here. I think that should be fine over there. Okay, and the John Deere 7R, yeah, as I said, this is the last tractor that was fixed up, so I think the horsepower rating on this should be enough for this thing. Let me just maybe see if I can figure out how many horsepower this thing needs. Where's the label? It might be one of these down here. Alrighty guys, so sadly the John Deere 7R doesn't have enough power to fire up the auger and all of that on this trailer, so this thing actually needs 400 horsepower, which is insane. And our John Deere 7R only has got 388 horsepower. I did have a look at the specs of this tractor, so looks like we are gonna have to use one of the bigger tractors. So let's just grab the furthest one. Alright, because I don't think we've used this one in a while. I've got some decent amount of diesel. Alright, let's get this thing hooked up once again. We're gonna have to try and reverse up to it. And yeah, we're gonna go and see how far the combine is with harvesting. Alright guys, so we are all hooked up to the auger wagon, and I'm just gonna make my way over to the field and see where this combine is. He might actually just be coming down this way, so that's going to work out quite well if we can get turned around in time, because I don't know if he's going to be doing the headland next up. So let's do a U-turn over here and pull alongside him. Yeah, the turning circle with this auger trailer connected is yeah, it is almost non-existent. Okay, so let's come over here next to him, and let's just see if we can get this sorted out. We are way too close. Kind of whoa, nearly crashed into the barn over there. Okay, but there we go. Alright, so he's emptying out. Alright, so that's going to give him a little bit more room in the combine to do a couple of passes. And then we are going to start following him. So there he goes, looks like he's empty. Okay, and then we will just wait up here and see when he is ready, and we are going to be able to drive alongside him. I think right now, which way is he going? He is actually going up that way by the looks of it. Let's see. Alright, looks like he's struggling a bit to get his bearings, because just got to figure out what's going on. I hope this guy knows what he's doing with the sunflowers. Okay, and there he goes. Alright, he's just making the turn. Okay, we are kind of driving onto the grass field, but rather the grass field than the oats field. So yeah guys, I think it's time for us to put this in a bit of a time lapse while we try and sort this all out.
In a small town down a dirt road where the sun caresses the sky, you'll find farmers from all walks of life, sharing dreams that never die. Whether their pockets jingle or our bells they cherish. Their hands the same, their hearts in tune, with a harvest that won't perish. Rich man's grain or poor man's corn, a masterpiece in every dawn. The sun may set, but hearts remain bound together in a farmer's name. In the morning mist, they rise as one beneath the sprawling sky. With calloused hands and hopeful hearts, they watch the seasons fly. Rich man's grain or poor man's corn, a masterpiece in every dawn. The sun may set, but hearts remain bound together in a farmer's name. Some have fields that never end, some patch a plot of ground. Yet when harvest time rolls around, they share the same sweet sound. Rich man's grain or poor man's corn, a masterpiece in every dawn. The sun may set, but hearts remain bound together in a farmer's name. Bound together in a farmer's name. Some have fields that never end, some patch a plot of ground. Yet when harvest time rolls around, they share the same sweet sound.
Alrighty guys, so that is job done. So the field has been harvested completely, and yeah, looks like we've got not a great yield. The trailer isn't completely full, but it's quite full. So yeah, what I'm going to do is we are going to go and drop this off. Whoop, and I didn't see this car coming. But okay, yeah, we are going to go and drop this off over at the oil mill. And then we are going to return back to the farmyard and just give the combine and the tractor and all of the implements cleaned up. Well, give it a nice clean. And also maybe I'll have a little bit of a look around the combine for old time's sake, just to make sure that thing is in tip-top condition still. So yeah guys, but I think this is going to be where I end today's episode. So yeah guys, thank you so much for tuning in once again. I appreciate every view, every like, and also if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. I will appreciate it very much. But yes, I will see you all in the next one.